To the outside. Nice maneuvering.
You've been waiting all week to watch your favorite team play. You turn on the TV and see this.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars.
Anti-racism messages in end zones. And on the back of the uniforms, the names of Black Americans who have died while in police custody. You may feel angry.
When I turn into sports, I want to get away from that stuff.
Inspired.
Colin Kaepernick, he really kind of started this movement.
Uncomfortable or simply indifferent. We're going 360 on social justice demonstrations during professional sports games, with perspectives from Derek Wilburn, the founder of Rocky Mountain Black Conservatives, who says games are not the time for politics. Denver School Board Director Tay Anderson, who supports demonstrations. Broncos safety Justin Simmons, who uses his platform to demand social justice reforms. And sports psychologist Dr. Lisa Lawler, who says no matter where fans stand on issues, many take players' actions personally.
I turn to sports to be entertained, to relax, to have an hour or two to root for my team, and not be confronted with the constant divisiveness and the constant barrage of issues.
Derek Wilburn says he understands the athletes' concerns, but Wilburn says teams are displaying selective outrage.
In the 90 days after George Floyd's death, blacks in America killed over 1,300 other blacks. We should be equally outraged about that too.
And Wilburn says, as the father of an Air Force pilot, he is especially offended by athletes who choose to kneel.
So if you want to take a knee during the national anthem, I'm sorry, but personally, as a military father, I'm not with it.
I'm somebody who was in ROTC. I'm somebody who carried the flag.
But even so, Denver School Board member Tay Anderson sees things differently. He supports athletes kneeling and other demonstrations as well. Anderson has also personally decided not to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance or anthem in protest of racial injustices.
James Baldwin once said that we pledge allegiance to a flag that did not pledge allegiance to us. Colin Kaepernick, he really kind of started this movement, this protest, and now we're picking it up here in Denver.
And Denver Broncos safety Justin Simmons is picking it up on the field, but not by going down on a knee. Simmons is speaking up about the right for players to protest however they choose to do that, something he admits does not sit well with all fans.
No, your voice doesn't matter. N-word. Shut the F up and play football.
Simmons shared that fan's message in a video the Broncos produced to promote the team's new social justice initiative called Inspire Change.
It's player-led and player-driven.
During a news conference, Simmons explained through Inspire Change, players aren't just wearing decals and kneeling. They're meeting weekly with state leaders to discuss social justice issues, donating to organizations focused on police reform, and mentoring Colorado teens.
We are doing some stuff to make some changes happen. Maybe it's just starting in Colorado, but the changes are going to be coming.
Simmons says for fans who don't like what his team is doing, he hopes they can agree to disagree. But sports psychologist Dr. Lisa Lawler says for some fans, looking at the issue from a different perspective won't be that easy.
We have a personal investment in how they do, what they think, what their values are.
Dr. Lawler says that's why when talking about teams, we use the words we and us.
When a player takes a stand or a team takes a political stand that we are not comfortable with, that creates cognitive dissonance. When that happens, we feel very uncomfortable and anxious.
Lawler says it's the same response we would have in a disagreement with someone we know.
It is an example, even a metaphor for life.
Lawler says that's why real-life issues seep into sports. And when that happens, it's up to all of us to decide if we want to keep watching or find another favorite pastime. Reporting in Denver, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
And we want to make sure your voice is heard as well. What do you think about these statements being made in sports? Let us know what you think in an email to 360@thedenverchannel.com.